This podcast provides a platform that will share many different points of views that should empower you, uplift you, make you want to go out and do right. When you hear the term still a man, say, yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Let's go.
What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Still a Man podcast. Tonight, we are going to be talking about would you allow your mate to donate his sperm or your female mate to be a surrogate. Now, just so we clear, we're gonna spell this out exactly for what it is. When I say donate your sperm, I'm referring going to a sperm bank and doing it that way in an official capacity. I'm not talking about all these guys who are trying to spread their seed and in that way. And and when we talk about surrogates, we talk about women that are having basically babies for someone that cannot basically carry their children to term, in vitro fertilization, all that stuff. That's what we're referring to. We're not talking about women that become stepmothers or anything of that nature. We're talking about people stepping in to provide services where you can't do it alone. All right? Just so we're clear about that. All right, let's go. So first up, let me say, Patsy and Maria, you the two only ladies on there right now, so we're gonna go to you guys first. And any other women that join us while I'm talking to these ladies, just make sure you let me know you're there. Panel, you can do the same. All right, we're gonna go to Maria first. Maria, would you allow your so guys, just listen to the question, everybody. Would you allow your mate to donate his sperm? So Maria,
Yeah.
first on you. Say it again, Maria.
Yes, I will allow him to do it.
Okay. Patsy, would you allow your mate to donate his sperm?
Yeah, if the conversation came up and we talked about it and given the reasons and stuff like that, I would.
Okay. So let me ask the guys a similar question. Guys, would you allow your mate, your woman, your significant other to be a surrogate? We're gonna go to Timmy first. It's on you, Tim. You gotta take your phone off of mute. All right, we're gonna come back to Timmy. Robert, would you allow your woman to be a surrogate?
It depends because there's a lot of things attached with that. Like my biggest worry is her getting attached to the child that she done carried for them 9 months. It's just a lot of that postpartum or something after they have that baby. There's a lot of things that we have to sit down and talk about. Detachment issues and then her wanting the baby back inside her or whatever the case may be. So it's something like it would take a serious conversation.
All right, we're gonna go to Sean next.
No, sir, I would not. I wouldn't have any parts of any of that.
Okay, that's clear. Gregory?
Hell no. What type of mad German scientist alien stuff is going on here? We think she's a vessel and then all the problems come like Uncle Rob said.
Bird?
Absolutely not. I'm not okay with someone carrying a child that's not mine. I don't believe that's something I'm kind of into.
So we got 3 guys that say absolutely not. We got 1 that says we need to have a conversation about it. Timmy, are you back with us?
Yep.
All right, so it's on you. Would you allow your woman to be a surrogate?
I doubt very much no.
So you're saying no
Cause
as
it
well.
cause it comes with that comes issues like attachment and whatnot. And of course a woman gets attached to a baby because they carrying it. So you you have a baby for somebody, then you bond with it, and then you have to give it over to the people. Yeah, that's a lot of stress and a lot of complicated matters.
All right, so let me say this. So we got 4 guys that it's a flat
So
out
could I
no.
weigh back in real quick? I want to
Yes.
add this to mine. Yeah, it might be tricky even more so because um I'm sitting here with you during that pregnancy, and I might be rubbing bellies and feeding you to keep you nice and plump for this kid. So at the end of the 9 months, I might just be like, babe, you know what? Let's just jump to a different country and tell them that we thought we was pregnant by them, but I was the one that got you pregnant.
They done paid you already.
So you see
Well, we could talk about that later.
that brings me to the thank you, Timmy. That's what I was gonna ask you. Would it sway you if you knew what the payment was? Wait, but before we do that, let me make sure I got everybody. So I heard from all the guys. Did any more ladies join us?
Nope.
No more ladies?
No.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead. So so just so you know, let me give y'all a few facts. So does anybody let me ask the ladies, do you know how much a man gets paid per sample sperm specimen? Is it deposit, each deposit?
No, I don't know, but I know it's not as much as a woman getting for surrogate.
Patsy, do you know?
No, I don't.
All right, so the starting price is $100 to
I knew it.
$100 to 120. So upon he receives $70 upon deposit, and then once they process it and someone uses this sample, then he receives the rest of the payments, $30 or $50. That's what they receive. So that depends on what they're paying out, either $100 or 120. Now, men,
It starts off at $30, but if you do it monthly every month, you get $900 depending on the donor.
I didn't see those. I don't know what.
Yep, I just
Yeah,
did it.
it
I
definitely
just did a
varies.
check.
It
I
definitely
just did that
varies.
check.
So is it based upon the location?
It's just based upon the donor. When it gets high, your brain, you gotta be
Yeah,
cute, gotta
yeah, your
have pretty
IQ and all
eyes,
that. Yeah,
you gotta be intelligent and stuff, and you
yeah.
get more money.
All right. So let me ask the guy, since you did that was saying, do you know how much a woman gets paid for being a surrogate?
They get $61,000 starting.
Yeah, of course they have to.
Patsy,
No, I don't.
does anybody else want to weigh in? Sean, Bird, Gregory, Robert?
I think
I
it
was told
varies.
61,000 starting.
Yeah, I think it varies too. I think
Yeah.
it varies.
Because during my research, it said new surrogates receive 50, experienced ones receive 60. So yeah, it varies based upon your expertise, basically.
How long you been doing it?
Mhm.
But that's just the money. But then there's benefits as well.
Yeah, probably depending on the people that's basically wanting the services, they probably give you other incentives to try to lock it in. So now I go back to the guys that said no outright. I'll start with Bird. Bird, knowing the possibility, the potential payment of 60 to 50 to $60,000, would you allow her to do it now?
No, I'm not okay with that still. I guess no. I don't think the money's even the issue. Now maybe you talk like $250,000. I'm getting in that maybe, but I'm still not into no 50, 60,000. I got to deal with the 9 months of pressure, attitude. I'm not doing that. You might destroy our marriage if that was my person or whoever I was with.
Okay.
And it ain't even my kid.
So that's the reason why you heard it. That's his reason why he wouldn't do it. It may cause complications in their marriage, or their relationship.
Most definitely it will.
All right. So you feel the same way, Timmy?
Yeah, because okay, say she has a baby, right? And she has complications in it, and you and her was looking forward to having a baby, but because she was a surrogate and she went through some difficulties while she was
What's up,
delivering,
young brother?
now that keeps you from damn, I can't have a baby with my wife now because we did a good deed by helping somebody else, but it destroyed her body, so she can't have no more damn kids. You see, that's where no amount of money is worth that risk unless you don't have any money coming in at all, and that's what most people do. They donate their sperm because they don't have no income coming in. They go to the blood drives because they don't have no money coming in.
All right, Sean, knowing the payment for the potential payout, would you allow your mate to do so?
Absolutely not. I make more than that in a year, so no. And still, I don't want to have no parts of that.
Okay. I mean, that's you're adamant. Gregory?
Once again, it's like some mad scientist stuff. These people are trying to play God, and then this woman's gonna end up losing a piece of her soul, basically for some money. She shouldn't do it.
Okay. Let me ask you guys, how old do you think a donor and a surrogate has to be in order to partake in these services? Gregory?
Can you say that again?
How old do you believe that a donor or a surrogate has to be to offer these services?
18.
Are we talking about for both men and women, or just?
I was talking about for men, for a sperm donor, but for surrogate, probably 21. No.
All right. Patsy?
Yeah, I agree with Gregory. 18 for men, and I was actually thinking 21 and up for women, you know. But I was thinking all together, like on both parties, 21. But then I thought about it when Gregory said 18 for the guys. I'm like, yeah, that makes more sense. Because 21 for women, yeah, that kind of gives you a little bit of maturity, you know, so you can know what you're getting into, you know.
All right, Maria. Do you agree with the age?
Yeah, I think it should be 21. I don't know what's the age, but 21 for me. 18 is still pretty young. And at that point, you're making that decision you make having somebody else's baby might not be the right decision for you.
So do you think it should be 21 for both the male and female?
Well, 18, the guy is only donating his sperm. He's not having no type of connection, no responsibilities and nothing. He's just donating his sperm. When you're a surrogate mom, you have to be responsible. You need to take care of yourself throughout the whole pregnancy. 18, you could be a little bit still irresponsible.
Okay. Sean?
Well, they don't have them doing it unless they're 21 or older.
So
But
18,
even 21, for me,
I
21
would say
still kind of,
25. I would be like
Timmy, that's
25.
what I was about to say. 25 probably will be marked the age for me. You know, if I was looking into getting a surrogate mother, I would want her to be 25 and up because 21 is still kind of young. And,
Right. They
you
they
know, still got,
they still haven't found themselves. They still
right. And then you
learning.
still got other people, you know, that's around you that can cause you make the wrong decision.
Influence. Sean, you want to weigh in?
Say 21 for the guys because they're, like Maria said, they're just donating. And for the women, I believe 25 would be a good age.
Okay. Robert?
Well, this is good information for you guys. 15 years and a half, they can register to be a sperm donor. If the mother or father agrees to it and they call before 16 or 17 or 18, they can do it. So if they register at the age of 15 and a half and they pull their name and the mother and father say yay, then they can get their sperm up. For the females that's carrying a child, surrogate parent or whatever you want to call it, they have to be 21 years of age only because the emotional detachment and making sure they can carry to term.
All right, good facts, good stats. Bird?
Ain't so many. Go ahead.
So, what age do you think is a good age for the donor and the surrogate?
I didn't know if anybody was going to complain. Surrogate? You lost me, David.
So which age do you believe that a donor, sperm donor should be, and what age should the surrogate be in order to provide the service?
I think they should be at least 21. 21, you're pretty much mature. You finished your life. You finished your minimum high school education, and you're trying to figure things out. I just don't think even an 18-year-old would build up too much of a relationship with a child. For a man, it's a limit, but I would also want to make sure that you're more stable.
Okay, so it seems that all you guys are basically pretty much in agreement.
Kiana just joined us.
What's going on, Duchess?
You got Kiana, I think that joined us.
Yeah, that's her.
Hey. All right, so we're gonna get you to go way right in on this. Catch you up to speed. So first of all, let's ask you: would you allow your mate to donate his sperm?
No.
No. Would you consider being a surrogate?
No.
Okay. Now, if you knew how much he stands to make for each specimen,
I don't care. No. The answer is no.
Okay. What about if you was bringing home $50,000 to $60,000?
No, I don't care. No, nothing's going in this room. I'm done. No.
Okay. All right. How old do you think the donor and the surrogate should be?
I don't think that either one of them should be. What's the legal age? 18. I still don't feel like that's legally. That gives your brain enough time to develop, making the decision. So 21.
21. Is that both for men and women?
Yep.
All right, stay right there because I want to ask you this. This is the next question. What do you feel the cutoff should be age-wise for sperm donors and for women to be surrogates?
I mean, technically, men can have children until 5 days after they're dead. So I don't feel like there's an age. And for women, I mean, women are considered to be have a geriatric wound at 30, mid 30s, early 40s. So I guess that would be the cutoff for me.
So what's that, mid 40s, 45?
I would say maybe 35 to 42.
Okay, 35 to 42 cutoff. All right, Patsy, what about you? What do you think the cutoff should be for, what's the age where the sperm should know?
And you got Rachel that just joined us.
Okay. Patsy, what do you think the age limit should be for men to be donors, sperm donors? And what do you think the cutoff age should be for women that would like to be surrogates?
For the guys, maybe even 55, 60. I don't know. It depends. But then women probably around 40 or so. Unless like if you're having any health issues that prohibit you from being able to carry a pregnancy to term anyways.
Okay, good reason, good reason. Rachel, welcome. Let's bring you up to speed. So the first question was, would you allow your mate to be a sperm donor?
I mean, I don't know. I'm in a conflict with that one. I don't know. If we were like really desperate, needed some money or something, maybe. But I'm not big on that. I probably wouldn't let him.
Okay. What about would you consider being a surrogate?
Nah, because my own personal storyline, nah.
Okay.
I did hear the age thing. Is that the next question?
Yeah, the age. So would it influence you? Would it sway you in any way if you knew that this man stands to make anywhere between starting at $100 and now Rob did said it goes all the way to $900
No.
per specimen?
No.
Okay, would it sway you to become a surrogate if you knew that they received starting at $50,000 to $60,000 and then other incentives?
No. I don't care for none of that.
Okay. And what do you think that a respectable age is for the male to become a sperm donor and the woman to become a surrogate?
To become one?
Yeah.
I guess whenever you're ready. I feel like if you sometimes people be in certain circumstances. So I don't know. You never know. You might meet somebody who's 21 who feel like, they would want to make some fast money that way, that decide to be, I don't know. So I don't think there's really you definitely shouldn't be no teenager doing it. I don't promote that unless you have a situation where you done messed around and got pregnant and now you're giving it for adoption. But to purposely be a surrogate, I would say probably in there, like right around 21 and under, if they made that decision, that would be, I think that would be the time. That would be the beginning stages between that and then.
Let me be clear about this. So are you saying they should be 21 and over or 21 and under?
No, over. No, nothing under 21 shouldn't participate, but you need that mind because you don't want anybody to renege on you. There's a lot of situations where people have surrogates and then all of a sudden, they go through different little things because people start getting connections, having kids, especially if it's your first time being pregnant and stuff like that. So I think the age matters when it comes to that maturity of being able to go through with that whole process.
And what about the sperm donor?
Same thing. I think it's the same thing. And it's easier, but it's definitely the same thing. They still have to have the right, mindset. They gotta be eating healthy and doing little things that make it worth you just giving up sperm. Because nobody wants dead sperm or poisonous sperm. So same thing, like after 21.
It's not gonna make it in the bank if it's not even good sperm.
Right. They're not gonna take
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So yeah, I would say same thing with men.
And did I get all of the questions. All right, so let's go to
You skipped me.
Maria, yeah.
okay, go ahead. So what do you think? I doubt we got to the last question.
No,
All right, so what did I miss?
What was it?
the age limit.
What do you think?
Oh, the stop limit.
What do you, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, that's what it was. What do you think the cutoff point should be for a sperm donor in a first, Rachel, you answer that, and then
Yeah.
I'll go back to you.
I'll be quick. I think that the
donor
cutoff
and
age
surrogate.
for a girl is 35. I think the age for a girl is 35 and the age for a man is about 45. That's where I would stop it at.
Would you say
I've seen a
how?
lot of health problems.
How old
I
for the
say
guy?
girl for 45, 10
45?
years after. 35 for us, 45 for them. I've seen a lot of, how do I say, defects or, unsuccessful or, things that happen in pregnancies with women after 35 from what I experienced working around children for 5 years on the bus. I noticed that. So,
Okay.
yep.
Patty, Maria?
Yeah, so true. Same thing, like Kiana said, at around 35, you consider to have a high risk pregnancy. But nowadays, women have kids all the way up to 50. So, but in that field of surrogate, I think you only can go to 40, 42, 45 years old for being a surrogate, long as you're healthy. Um, like Rachel said, you could have defects like Down syndrome or something like that when you start having kids late in that age. For a guy, I really don't know. I mean, if he's still producing, he's able to give out good sperm, then hey. But again, you know what I told you before about the lady who said the doctor was putting the sperm in him. The baby came out looking old. He was 70 years old and he was putting his sperm in people.
Hold that. Gregory, same question. What do you think should be the cutoff age for both the men and the women? For the donors and
I
the
think
surrogates?
men really don't have a limit as long as they're kicking out babies. Because some of them old men were having babies. I know y'all watch Maury. They be having the babies
Yeah.
with the young girls, and they be thinking
70,
it's their
70
baby.
something year old.
Turn around, it's their baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I think women definitely need to be cut off somewhere along the lines of where the health issues come in.
Bird?
Yeah, he was with a young
Timmy.
girl too.
All right, we'll go to you. We'll go to you next, Timmy, and then we'll go to Bird. So what do you think the cutoff point should be?
What Gregory was saying on Maury, the dude had a 21-year-old chick. So that's a big difference from him impregnating someone that's 40 something. He ain't gonna want to impregnate, older chick anyway. He wanted a young chick so he can knock her up. So and far as the girl, the female being a surrogate, I don't think her mind is ready for that. Like I was saying earlier about the connection. A woman has a certain bond when the baby come out the womb. It's a certain bond, and it's hard to break that if you're gonna give the baby up. So most of the time, when those women that have babies for someone else, they don't get to see the baby. They take the baby from them right away, and so they won't get no type of attachment to it.
Okay, so what do you think the cutoff point should be for a surrogate mother?
I think, like Maria and Kiana and them said, 42 to 45.
Okay. Bird?
Go ahead.
What do you think the cutoff point should be for both the sperm donor and for the surrogate?
I mean, I think as long as as long as a man has a healthy sperm count, I don't know what the cutoff age will be. Women, I think at certain points, the eggs kind of shrivel up. I don't know what the quality of child you can produce if you're like 60. So yeah, I think there should be a cutoff age. I think, what did Maria say, 45 or 40? I think that's appropriate depending on your health situation.
Huh? Sean?
I say
Walk me.
40 for a man and
You want me?
45 for a woman.
How old for the man?
40. The highest is up to 40, 30, between 35 and 40.
Mm-hmm. And what was the woman again?
What?
45.
45?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Should be the cutoff.
All right. Robert?
All right. Studies prove that men, anything after 40 years old, the quality of their sperm declines. So preferably they will want you guys to donate your sperm before the age of 40 or 40, and that's it. Because your sperm quality declines. Now for women, the highest they say is 42, but preferably 35 years of age should be cut off.
All right, those are good stats. So let me just tell you guys that because that's what I saw. It said 39 for the man, 40 for the woman. But this healthy sperm and a healthy like womb to carry the baby. Let's talk about whereas in vitro is concerned, because and you guys keep me on my toes, tell me if I'm right, but does the surrogate always consist of her providing the eggs or just the womb? Kiana?
It could be. It's not always just the egg. I mean, it's a lot of times it's not the egg. It's just the womb.
Mm-hmm.
Gina just joined us too.
Okay, what's going on,
But
Gina?
it can be
Hey, family.
both. Hi.
Hey, Gina.
So again, Kiana, one more time.
I said it can be both, but I believe it's more frequent that it's just their actual womb, not necessarily the egg. Because usually the egg can be the females, it can be a donor egg. There's a bunch of scenarios that it could happen.
All right, hold up. We're gonna come back to you for those scenarios. Let's bring Gina up to speed. Okay, guys, if you just joined us tonight, we're talking about, would you allow your mate, your boyfriend, your man, your husband to be a sperm donor? And men, would you allow your woman, your wifey, your wife, your significant other to be a surrogate? So we're gonna bring you right up to speed quickly. Gina, would you allow your mate to donate his sperm?
I don't see one. I mean, long as there's no like other stuff, like if it's just donating and he's not being a part of that, part of the growth of that sperm, then I don't see why not, for helping someone that needs a baby or wants a baby.
Okay. Would you be interested in being a surrogate?
I've actually considered it in my earlier years, but no, not right now.
Okay. Would it influence you if you knew that surrogates receive anywhere from $50,000 to $60,000 in then incentive?
No, I mean, some people like being pregnant. My pregnancy I mean, it wasn't bad, but I just didn't like being pregnant.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So you already said yes about the man. So would you drop him off or stay there with him if you knew he could make anywhere from $100 to $900 for a specimen?
I mean, again, if you're married, and y'all make that decision that he wants to donate his sperm for money, then that's the decision that you make as a married couple. But I feel like the wife would have to agree to it, because at the end of the day, that is his sperm, which is connected to her, like her and us, like her sperm too. So, yeah, I would say if there was a communication, I don't think that's a big deal. Like people out here that can't have kids or don't have sperm, so yeah, I don't think it's a
Okay.
big deal.
So what do you think that a good age should be for sperm donors?
A sperm, as I guess as young as 25.
And what do you think the cutoff should be for them?
For men, I think would be like maybe 40.
All right. And what's an appropriate age for a woman to become a surrogate, and what should be the cutoff point for her?
So I think a woman should decide if she wants to decide to become a surrogate, it should be like 21. I think 21 is if she's 21, she can decide if she wants to be pregnant. And I think the cutoff should be 40.
Okay. All right, I think that's all of them. Now let's go back to Kiana. Kiana was going to give us some different scenarios as to the woman, the surrogate, how her vessel is being used. Kiana, you want to break those down for us?
What was it? It could be as a couple, could be the woman's egg with her husband's sperm, a donator egg with her husband's sperm, a donator egg with a donated sperm. Those are the scenarios.
Okay. So I asked Maria this earlier, so I'm gonna go to Maria first, and then she can share her answer with you guys. Would you allow, Maria, you could just tell the rest of them, so again, I'm gonna present it to you again. Would you allow your mate to be a donor for your sister, your friend, your cousin, or someone a part of your circle?
No, because that's when it becomes weird. Now, because at this point, this kid is gonna be family, and he's gonna always see the kid, and you're always gonna see the kid. If y'all got kids, your kids are gonna see the kids, and then what if your friend, your sister, somebody might change their mind and feel like they want him to be a part of the kid's life, or he might change his mind and start to see how the kid's growing up and don't like it. He want to step in and take care of his kid. Like, that's just weird at that point. It's one thing to donate to the world and not knowing who's that sperm going to, but to donate to my sister or my family or a friend, that's weird.
Okay. All right, let's go back to Gina. Gina, same question.
If my twin sister her eggs weren't working, I would consider giving her my eggs.
No.
Oh.
We're referring to, would you allow your mate to donate to
Oh.
your sister or
Hell no.
your cousin, your friend, or your neighbor?
Absolutely not. No.
Reason being?
That's too close. Like what Maria just said, or Josie. I'm sorry. No. That's too close. I mean, that's too weird. I mean, it's one thing that if he wanted to donate, if he wanted to donate, or somebody asked him from his side of the family, but for somebody to want from my side of the family to want his sperm, like that's weird.
I think it's weird either way, even if it's his side.
I was about to say they're gonna have an inbred child.
Yeah, Rachel, it's on you, dear.
I'm here.
So same thing. Would you allow or entertain the conversation of your mate donate his sperm to your sister, your female cousin, your auntie, your friend, your someone in your circle?
Nope, absolutely not. I'm already not a fan of him giving it out to the world, even with strangers. So close to me is a no. No.
Right. Oh, that was good.
nope, I'm not gonna look at you looking at your son because now your son is favoring my man and you looking at my man when we go to events and stuff. It is awkward. Let's say I don't even have a kid with him yet, and now here you are. And you just got
Right,
a
right.
kid.
Just
I'm
flaunt
just
around your
yeah,
baby.
yeah, just Now I gotta sit here and be auntie this, sister that, cousin this, whatever. It's just awkward because now you at home on them lonely nights when you by yourself and you got this baby that look like my man, wishing and hoping you had a daddy, and then you know who the daddy is, and now you thinking you need some help later or something. Like everybody else said, like somebody might
Right.
change their feelings
And
later.
you
Yeah.
secretly after him for money. Like, no.
Yeah, like something weird, or like you said, like the kids get older. The kids ain't stupid. They fucking around, turn around, like, why me and cousin such and such look so much alike?
Mhm.
Like, then you gotta explain that later, and it just might get weird. Now they cousin brothers and shit. It just might get a little weird. So yeah, nah, I'm all set.
All right, Patsy.
I don't think so. I don't even think like my sister would even ask that question. Yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of like weird.
All right.
Yeah, like everybody's saying it's weirded out.
Did I get all the ladies? All right, let's get the guys.
Oh, you forgot me, but
Oh, I'm sorry, Keith. No,
Tiana.
I'm sorry, Keith. Go ahead.
I actually feel the opposite of them. I wouldn't want him to do it, but if I knew that my sister was in dire need, I would prefer that she pick somebody like you getting a stranger. Like I don't know. I would feel more comfortable with that. I wouldn't really be concerned about the other stuff because if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. You can't predict that. But I'm all about legality. There will be papers signed. There will be an arrangement. There will be whatever.
That's
So
automatically anyway.
I don't care. It'd be double blinded, and we'd have it. Everybody have a copy on hand. Where's your book? Is that on page 4? No, it's not. Keep it moving. Let's go. So no.
Let me ask you this question because you said sister. What about if it was a cousin?
I don't like my cousins like that. No. Not all of them. No. Friend? No.
Yeah.
I share potato chips and cookies. I don't share sperm. No, that's
what? Not even not an auntie.
You heard what she said.
Me. Why the hell
She
would they want
said
a baby
food,
with
not
them?
no sperm.
Listen,
Said food, not sperm.
listen. I know you can hear this.
Yeah, we gonna get to you, the person what the problem is.
Tiana, you should not have.
Pardon?
Okay, so let's get to Robert. Robert, so we're gonna ask it in this way for the guys. Would you allow your woman to be a surrogate for your brother, your cousin, your friend, the dude next door, the mailman, your uncle? Would you allow to do that?
You asking me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Would I allow
Your name is Robert.
would I allow my brother, cousin, mailman, or whoever to what?
Would you allow your woman, your significant other, to be a surrogate for any of the above? Your brother and his woman, your cousin and his woman, the mailman and his woman, your best friend and his woman, your uncle and his woman, yeah, maybe your daddy and his woman.
No, I don't think I could do that. Like I said, I started thinking, you gotta. I'll start having feelings of feeling left out. And even if there wasn't whispering, I'll come in the room and it feel like everyone's whispering, and this little kid is sitting over here, and I'm seeing it now, and it's like, you could have been my daddy, but your sperm was weak. So yeah, I'm your wife's kid. I mean, it's really strange sounding to even say it. That's like, okay, my wife's having my brother's child because his wife couldn't have a kid, so she's gonna give them something from her. And my brother's like, your wife took out a piece of her inside, and blessed me with this gift. You understand? And back to a person on our panel that said they can do it for their sister and they don't share sperm. You just shared that sperm with your sister, and now you might feel like I feel, and then you can say you don't care because the whispering might not be there, but like I said, you're gonna start to feel some type of way.
But that's only
So
That's
that's
me
that's
personally.
only
if you're
that
insecure and you
You
have
know,
a
it don't got
conflict.
nothing to do with insecurity.
Yes,
It
it
got
does.
something to do. I love
If you
children.
made a conscious effort to say that that's what you feel and you're okay with it, then you wouldn't feel that way. That people are whispering behind your back. You have paranoia problems, and that
No,
that
I'm
probably
saying
isn't the
if
only
they
problem that you
wasn't,
have.
it's gonna feel that way. It's just so many stories you're gonna feel like you're left out on. This dude might want to get up one day and go to this child's baseball game, amusement park outing, any
think
type of thing. Be at
I
the
think you're
hospital.
missing, but I think you're missing your
Again, if this my sister, I would be at that game already. So I don't
exactly.
understand
So
that.
y'all
Like
are
all of that doesn't
triangle
make no
now.
sense. I'd already be
Now,
at the baseball game,
So
at the birthday parties. I'd be planning them with her. So
so that's what I
none of
call
that makes any
sister
sense.
husbands. That's what I call two sisters married
they're
to
not
one man.
Oh my God.
Wait. Before he takes us in another direction, we're gonna
right
go to the next person. Timmy,
now.
would you
Now,
allow your mate? Would you allow your mate to be a surrogate for your brother, your cousin, your friend, or any other male in your circle and their significant other? That's the question.
it depends on the circumstance. You see, because if that person can't have, then if I can help them produce a kid for her to have, then that's one thing. But you know, it ain't like we gonna be actually having intercourse. They gonna insert my sperm into her egg.
Not your sperm, their sperm into your woman's.
Oh no, that can't happen.
You
but no,
You're putting all my weight on
that, huh?
So David, can I say
hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let Timmy finish.
The reason why I said I would do it on account of the situation, right? But even in that situation, you know, she can use her eggs. The woman that can't have kids, they got shit where they give them hormones and stuff.
No, but we don't want to go in that direction. I want you to answer the question.
Is it okay for somebody to put their milk in your woman's way and make a Milky Way?
To carry it, to basically be a surrogate for one of your male relatives or your friends, them and their spouse.
He couldn't do it.
I doubt I would be able to do it.
That's right.
No, I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to do it.
They couldn't do it
There's
either.
too much of conflict of interest.
All right, so hold on. One of the ladies was trying to weigh in. Go ahead.
Kiana was.
No, it wasn't.
It was Gina or Kiana.
It was Gina. I think
Mama Marie just joined us too.
All right, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I think there's a way, like, because some people just can't. They don't have healthy eggs, but their uterus can't hold a child as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the girlfriend, the woman's egg. It could be another woman's egg.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a whole nother man's sperm. That you can just be literally just carrying the child as a vessel. You don't have to. You don't have any gene toward that child.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be like the baby's gonna come out looking like you or anything like
Right.
that.
That's when the mom, like you said, take her egg and just put it in the lady's womb and put
Exactly.
her
That's what I
husband's
was
sperm
saying.
because she
Exactly.
couldn't carry the baby to full term.
But all right, for intent and purpose, to this question, let me go back to the dudes. Thank you, ladies, for that clarification. And Mama Maria, I'm gonna come to you to bring you up to speed in just a minute. I just want to go around to the guys real quick. Sean,
Okay.
same question. Would you allow any of your male relatives or friends in your circles, any men in your circle, to utilize your wife for a surrogate for them and their spouse or their woman?
Absolutely not. Again, I don't want to have any part of that.
Okay, well, I mean, you've been adamant about that. Absolutely not. All right.
I can take it, son.
Gregory.
I would like to say, first of all, I think this is a great pitch for a movie that'll go crazy. As long as the brother that's donating the sperm is a psychopath killer. But I wouldn't allow my wife to be a science experiment because God didn't allow my people to have a baby with his woman. I'm not gonna play God for you.
So you're not gonna play a part. You're not gonna play with science parents. All right. Let's give Mr. Jerry. You ready to answer that question? Bird, are you still with us?
Yeah, he on mute.
All right, we'll come back to him. We'll bring the So I think I got all the guys. I'm gonna bring Mama.
Robert. Oh, you got him.
I already got Robert.
But can you just imagine like the nurturing sessions with the baby and the whole family's there? And they just raising this crazy Charles Manson character.
What?
Let me bring Mama Marie up. Let me bring Mama Marie up to speed. So Mama Marie, just join us tonight. We are discussing, would you allow your mate to be a sperm donor or a surrogate? Now we're gonna go get your female perspective and expertise. Would you allow your man to be a donor, a sperm donor?
It's a delicate issue for me because I would get attached even if I knew that baby wasn't mine. The fact that it came from my husband's sperm, I would still be connected because me and my husband are not one. For me, I would feel connected with that child because that's coming from the loins of my husband, and I would want to see the baby and interact with the child, right? So I would have an issue based on that. Not saying that the gesture of what is being done is bad or incorrect, because I forget which one of the beautiful ladies just mentioned that some women just cannot carry for whatever reason. They just can't produce it, but they're able to carry a child for the incubator. There's good reasons behind why that can be done, but for me as a woman with my husband, I will have a connection with that baby, and that alone would bother me.
All right, so you're basically answering the last question. Would you allow your mate to be a donor for someone in your family, female in your family? Is that the answer you're giving for that question?
Yeah, it's the same difference. It makes it even worse, to be honest, because now I have direct contact with that child because it's my family member.
Okay, so would you allow him to donate his sperm to a sperm bank?
Same difference to me. Only difference is that when it's a stranger, I can't really get to the baby to see it like that unless the mother says it's okay. Or if it's a family member, it's too close for comfort for me.
Okay. Now, what about a surrogate? Would you be willing to be a surrogate?
Again, the gesture would be good, but now it's really heavy on me because as a mother, and all the moms on the panel can attest to this, and correct me if I'm wrong, when you carry a child, you're creating a bond with that child. So you're not just being used as an incubator. Your spirit is intertwining with this said child. You're feeling every kick, every hiccup, every pain, every ache. So now part of your DNA is now intertwined with this child's DNA. Whether it's it's your egg or not, you're still incubating that child. It would just be like if you had an incubator, a physical incubator, and the baby was in it. You as the person still have to put your hands in there to make sure the baby's breathing, the baby's okay, you're feeding this child. So you're interacting with the kid in a physical sense. But when you have this child forming in your womb, you create a spiritual bond with that baby. My first instinct is I want to breastfeed this child when it comes out. And if it's not my baby to do so, then I can't breastfeed the baby.
So what do you think?
So there's a lot of things that prohibit stuff.
Sound like what I was talking
What do you think
earlier.
a respectable age is for a male to become a sperm donor and what for a woman to become a surrogate?
An acceptable age?
Yes.
It depends on the mindset of the person. The person age doesn't define the mindset of that person. It depends on how they were brought up and what they are looking to. You have some 16-year-olds who will get pregnant and give their babies off for adoption, and they'll be okay with it because they know in their mind they could not provide for that baby like this, the step parents could, or the donors could, or the people that's adopting the baby could. So it just depends on the person's mindset and how they were taught, about life. That's how I look at it, at least.
And what do you think about what do you think a cutoff point should be for a man that's donating sperm and a woman that is donating her services as a surrogate?
What a cutoff point should be?
Yeah, what age?
If they're okay with doing it, there should be no cutoff. That's what their body's created to do. If they're okay with donating eggs and they're okay with doing things, providing they get a good, clean bill of health by the doctors to say, okay, you're good, you can have this baby or carry this baby or donate your sperm or your egg. And as long as they get a good, clean bill of health to do it so that the other parents receive a healthy baby, they can go ahead and do what they have to do and provide another family with a baby.
Okay. Good. All right, so would you guys believe it if I told you? Because I think I asked everybody the question. Birds having technical difficulties. So would you guys believe it if I told you that there is a shortage on black sperm? Yes, black sperm. Not only is the black man an endangered species hunted by the great white hunter, now our sperm is also in jeopardy. I don't know if people out there hijack the sperm. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what being turned away. But they ain't got in contact with little Ray Community Penis about his donations. They said that there is a shortage of black sperm.
I think what it is, Dave, is there's a lot of black men that's not willing to donate their sperm. That's what I think it is. Now, I seen on the Maury show. I saw on the Maury show there was this dude. He went to the sperm bank, right? He had 21 kids from him giving sperm to 21 ladies, and this dude ended up having a relationship with all the kids. They all the mothers, they all get together with the father of their kids, and they all know all the kids that was sperm donated by him. They all know each other. They all know that they're brothers and sisters. I was like, wow.
All right, now let me ask you this: is this a black man?
Nope.
Okay, nope. So let's keep it to that question. Let me ask Sean. Sean, what do you think the contributing factor is to this so-called or would-be shortage of black sperm?
Black people ain't going in there and dropping off no loads nowhere.
So we're discriminative about our sperm?
Are we discriminative? I just don't think our society is doing that now. I guess that's my opinion.
No.
I mean, how great is the pay?
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, Gregory, what do you think the contributing factor is?
I think it's like everything else from this system. The system's built off of racism. We don't have the access to the sperm banks like that, or we don't have the good help. Our backgrounds coming from generations. You don't have your medical papers from your family's generational medical background and all that crazy stuff that you probably need to donate the sperm. So you're not going to be able to go in there and qualify to be a sperm donor anyway.
Yeah, you're making good points because that's what's a part of the screening process. You don't just
Yeah.
go in there and drop off a load. They actually screen, make sure you are eligible, you're healthy enough to donate. All right, let's go to Robin. Brimage, what do you think the
Okay.
contributing factor
Question:
is?
why is there a lack of black men donating sperm?
Yes.
It don't have anything to do with their can't get to the sperm banks, and they hold them back for us. I don't believe that. I just believe that a lot of black men probably not interested in going to go donate their sperm, and some of them, because of their health issues, cannot donate sperm. You got a lot of sugar, got a lot of high blood pressure, got cancer that runs strong in the black communities. Then if you're shooting up a lot of dope or doing drugs or you're alcoholic, and you look like Jimmy Cricket, like Bradley said, the only sperm donor they had in there looked like some ugly person. Those are the reasons why you don't think yourself is handsome enough or clean enough or intelligent enough, and that's my belief.
So Bird, are you back with us?
Yeah, I hear him.
Bird?
I'm here.
All right. So what do you think the contributing factor is to this shortage of black sperm?
I don't think it's a shortage. I think it's a form of population. You don't want much of that black sperm out.
We can't hear you all the way, big guy.
One
Yeah,
more
we
time,
can't hear
your
you.
phone's breaking up.
I don't think they want to spread that and continue generation. That's why they were using.
All right, so it sounds like he's saying,
Most men.
You having technical difficulties,
Difficulty, bro. Yeah.
all right, we'll come back to you, Bird. You're probably in a bad location, but it sounds like he's saying he don't think they're looking to black men because he don't want them to contribute in that way.
Yeah.
He don't want them to have that type of influence on society, have that contribute. All right, let's go to the ladies. Let's see how the ladies feel about this. Patsy, how you what do you think the contributing factor is to this shortage of black sperm?
I don't think a lot of black men actually think about it.
Hold on one second,
Not to
Patsy.
say like,
Hold on one second.
not,
Bird, mute your phone. All right, go ahead, Patsy.
yeah, I just don't think like there's a lot of black men actually thinking about donating this sperm. Not to say that there aren't any, but like Greg was saying with the you gotta have that background of at least three generations of information on health and stuff like that. But it's crazy.
Okay.
A lot of people don't have that. And intelligence and stuff like that.
Maria, let's hear from you. What do you think the contributing factor is to the shortage of black sperm?
I think it's what people said. One, that they don't really think about it like that. They probably don't even know what steps to take to sign up to donate sperm. Two, hate to say it, but a lot of African Black American guys do not go to the clinic. So it could be a fear of that going to the clinic as well, because you got to be tested for a lot of things.
Okay. So I don't know if you guys was able to
If you was privileged to get what Sean just sent everyone.
I see it.
all right, that's what I was just going to say. So Sean just gave y'all some stats and facts. Thanks, Sean. Maria, was you finished?
Yeah, I was finished.
All right, we're going to go to Gina next.
Yes, I'm here.
So what do you think the contributing factor is to this shortage in Black sperm?
I don't think that Black men are donating their sperm. I don't think that's something that Black men, hold on. I don't think that's something that Black men, excuse me, are like is on top of their lists. If it was like a lot of money, I guess, but it's not enough money for a Black man to donate anything.
Some
Sounds
of
like
us
it
is
is.
out there. Some of us out there donating. We're just not doing it in official capacity. We're not doing it in that form. Where
Yeah,
we're
he ain't got no
Yeah,
money.
because I was gonna say that same Maury episode Uncle T was talking about. The black guy was on there with 17 kids, but he just impregnated 17 different women.
Exactly.
He ain't go no sperm bank. He was the sperm bank.
Right.
Yeah.
So but when you go to a sperm bank, you got to do it yourself. When you go into other women, you're getting pleasure out of it. Like,
All
and you
right,
know what I'm
so
saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's definitely right.
Let's
Right.
go to mom. Let's
That's
go to
why the
Mama
black man
Marie.
don't have a problem making all those kids like that.
Exactly.
Let's go to Mama Marie.
I think she stepped out or something.
No, she didn't. She's in
that
there.
I'm
was
here.
her. She
Nah,
just
Okay.
what?
did. That was her. So go. So Mama Marie. What do you think the contributing factor is to this shortage of Black sperm?
I think for me personally, it might be an ego thing for a Black man to actually go sit in a room and do his business, looking at a magazine or whatever they show them in there. So that might be a pride thing or an ego thing. And I agree with Sister Maria too when she said that about, unfortunately, a lot of our Black men do not take care of themselves health wise. So, everything that goes wrong with the woman is, ew, you're nasty, but you could have gave it to me. So they don't take care of themselves physically to go to the doctors, and that might be a questionable thing for them to do. But I'm gonna be quite frank to y'all, and I'm not putting down any men on this panel because I don't know y'all personally. I'm just saying a lot of these men out here should be sperm donors because they already doing it anyway and don't take care of their kids.
I agree.
Well,
You might as well go and get paid for it.
I agree.
Exactly.
That's what.
so do I call you Mama
Ain't enough
Calcium?
money.
I agree.
Shows
That's
the
why.
racism in the system again.
That's what.
Black
I,
men paying for them
I
children,
bet
and white
you,
sperm donors
I
getting paid for the
guarantee
kids.
you, if they up that damn money up to $50,000-$60,000, you watch how many black dudes line up at
It'll
the
be a
sperm
lot of
bank.
them, Timmy. There'll be a lot of them because they'll be thinking how they can flip that now.
I donate my services for $900. I'll take that paycheck.
Now I'm talking 50,000-60,000, Dave. Now that's enough money.
I will
to
start
drive
off with
a whole bunch of black
I will start off with the $900 payment. We gotta start somewhere.
You gonna have a look
you
you out there for $900. It's worth it.
You drop your sperm, you make a deposit and lure these women off and you don't get no payment. You might be a part of payment, you might be a child support payment, but Mama Maria, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you.
All right, let's go to Rachel.
Where we at with it again?
We asking. What do you think the contributing factor is to this?
To the Black men. I think it has to do with the knowledge of it. We don't speak about it a lot in our community. That's not something that we hear about. Like as a hustle or if we did have more men do it and it became like that type of thing, like y'all said, if it was more money or whatever, and they were more aware, I think there would be more men who do it. Because it's an easy little process. I think it's also about the requirements. They require you to have to graduate from school. or military, or like they require that. So
Some
I
type of
think there's a lot
IQ.
of, yeah, they want you to be a college student or a graduate or in some type of trade or something, or military. So I think it's those type of stipulations. The age from they want it from like 18 to 38 or whatever, 18 to 40. That's not, that age for especially for men seems to be a prime. And like y'all said, they out here slanging it, so nobody thinks to want to go empty it out for a check or two, which kind of makes no sense. I think that just has to do with the knowledge. Like I said, we don't really have that in our community, a topic that often. So,
Or if they don't know, I'm about to tell them on my Facebook Live. So don't no one be surprised when I be advertising or advocating for people to go sign up for that. Especially the ones that got to pay child support. You might as well go on to get you some type of income.
So they help pay your child support.
I don't know what the judge gonna say to you. Where is that? You tell them, hey, judge, they ain't paying what they used to pay for sperm. You might get locked up, but at least you can pay some of your child support. Gina, we went to Gina.
But can I add something real quick? This is like kind of it's something to do with it, but not really. So like I heard that they are selling Black women's placentas on the black market.
Yes, it's
to
very
start
healthy for them.
Yes, so it's going to be healthy for them to start to make new organs and all this kind of stuff. And I wanted to note that I asked for my placenta when I had my child, and they told me that it was too damaged. Now I'm starting to think they just took my placenta.
They do.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for
years.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
same
They've been
thing with
doing
the
that for
sperm
years.
that's being donated. So you
know what?
think you're getting
Gina.
paid?
What? You should have
They're
still told her
experimenting on your sperm.
Yeah, I
Right.
said I wanted my placenta because I wanted,
even though it was damaged, you should have
It's
said,
right.
I still want it because I'm going to blend it up anyways.
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to blend it up, put it in
but
pills, and they was like, "No, you can't because it's too damaged." Da, 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 da. I was so mad.
Yeah, they took it.
it's considered medical waste, so they would not give you that.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, but
it's
they said they eat that.
No,
They
no,
said
they do give you placentas
So how
back.
could
They
it be
do.
medical waste?
They don't just
They're
eat it.
eating
They
it.
do
No.
DNA.
Kim
They're basically
Kardashian
is,
taking a
took her placenta
specimen
home
off
and
it and
cooked it.
turning it
the
into
difference
something.
is,
That's what a lot of
you
women
have to
do.
consider the hospital.
Yeah, but here's the difference.
and
The midwife, the midwife,
Hold on,
the
guys.
midwife do that. The midwife gives the women their placenta. The hospital is not going to do that because
Yes, they do.
they're
Yes,
under
they
license.
do
They're
that
not going to
though.
do
Yes,
that.
they do.
Because they would have given it to me if they didn't say it was bad, it was too damaged, which I don't think it was.
Let me bring it back to the topic.
Sorry about that.
If you want it, you get it. It's your like JG Whitworth says, it's my money, it's my body part. I want it.
Okay, so let me stop you there. Let me say this, Gina. That is a very interesting topic. So I am going to ask you to do some research on it and present that as a topic.
I got a whole video to send you right now.
All right, so no. I want you to take the lead on that, and that's going to be a topic. But I want you to do the research and stuff, and then present it to me, so we can all speak about.
In other words, take the responsibility to try to produce the next show. Also,
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Let me go to Kiana because Kiana's waiting too. Kiana, same thing. What do you think the shortage is due to?
I think like almost everyone said, I think it's a lack of knowledge. It's not. I mean, because they advertise that stuff in colleges that they're looking for donors and things like that.
Right.
A lot of our Black men are on college campuses looking at that. I don't know if they do that in HBCU schools or whatever, but I don't think it's acknowledged as an opportunity to make money as for men. I also think that health reasons would be an issue, and a hurdle would also be your background and your genealogical issues in your family, if you don't have that information, that's already puts you out of the realm of even donating.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna say. G, we ready for the only video for tonight. Let's go into that and let's get these professionals and critics' opinion. Everybody will their comments until the conclusion of the video. We need to take notes. All right, let's go, G.
Participants let paren 12 right paren.
Welcome back. This morning we continue our coverage of fertility. As more women of color turn to sperm banks in the wake of this pandemic, they face a nationwide shortage of donors who may share their background. CBS News analyzed the numbers at 4 major U.S. cryobanks where the sperm is donated. We found that 53% of available sperm is from white donors, while listen to this number, less than 4% is from black donors. Our new CBS News correspondent, that's Chanel Call, is here with more. Chanel, good morning to you and welcome. Welcome to the table.
Thanks for the warm welcome. This is a really important story.
Yes.
And unfortunately, it's a heartbreaking reality for so many women across the country who just want to have a child that reflects their own race and culture. The lack of options forces many of them to choose between having a child that doesn't look like them or not having a baby at all. Jamila Galloway grew up in a family that celebrated being black.
Enjoying soul food and having our slang and having our words that we, say that's like just very, very black.
When you started this whole process, what did you imagine your child would look like?
Me. Like exactly like me. I already thought they were going to just be the mirror image of a young Jamila. And that included being 100% black.
Now, at 40 and single, Galloway is using a sperm donor to get pregnant. But when she filtered the search for donors of her own race, the number of options went from hundreds to a handful.
It literally felt like you were on a hunt. It almost felt like I was having a bit of my decision taken away from me.
Dr. Tia Jackson Bay, a New York City fertility doctor, says every patient of color at her practice has shared that struggle.
I thought people were exaggerating, and it turned out that that's just not true. When you filter by things like race or geographic location or language, country of origin, the numbers go from thousands down to less than 100.
According to our analysis of the country's 4 largest cryobanks, less than 4% of available sperm is black. Why are we seeing such low numbers when it comes to racial donors?
Historically, donors have been recruited from places where maybe black men are not present. Institutions of higher learning, certain areas, geographic areas in the country.
Listen to this. It's also about requirements. Most cryobanks need 3 generations of medical family history, something not all black Americans have access to. The result, many black women across the country, like Angela Stepancic, eventually give up on finding black donors altogether.
It was overwhelming. The drought was overwhelming.
Stepancic, who describes herself as half black and half Croatian, welcomed a multiracial baby girl last year with her wife.
I'm used to creating relationships and ensuring that relationships are stable despite what difference may be. And so I have no concern about raising my daughter as a beautiful black woman in America.
I wonder if there were non-negotiables, if being black was a non-negotiable when you started the process, and at some point you realized it is a concession you must make in order to have a baby.
Yes. Yeah, it absolutely was. At the start, you imagine you always want your child to look just like you, right? To be like you or browner, right, for us. And so it was a little bit difficult.
But frustration ultimately turned to inspiration for Stepancic. This year, she plans to open the first black-owned cryobank in the country. What do you want to give women and couples who are looking for this?
Warmth, safety, options, right? I want to give them access to the same amount of options that every other couple has going through this process.
Reproductive Village, which will focus on recruiting Black donors, is set to open in D.C. this fall. It will also have drop-off locations in Houston and Atlanta. As for the big four cryobanks, they say that they're aware of this problem, and right now they're working to recruit more diverse donors.
Boy, this never occurred to me that getting Black sperm in particular would be a problem. I love Jamila, I think her name was, who said, I wanted a baby that looked like me. When you said, what were your expectations? Do you have any statistics on how this affects other races? Is it a problem for other races as well?
Well, according to our analysis, the biggest shortage, as we discussed in our piece, is really Black donors. But this is not just an issue for Black Americans. The numbers of Hispanic and Asian donors, those are also very low. But I do want to point out in those categories, they encompass a really wide range of different ethnicities. So, for instance, Asian includes both East Asian and South Asian donors. So if you're a recipient in that situation, that's not all going to mean the same thing.
When you do this, it looked like we were blurring out faces. Like when women are looking for their donor, they're seeing pictures, so they're getting some information like you just gave us, but then also headshots?
They're seeing pictures, and the more important piece of that is the color of skin that person is. So they're finding all of that out. But the problem is, as you mentioned, Gail, a lot of these women don't know this is an issue until they start searching.
Yeah, I'm sure these big four are hearing this and saying, wow, we're not serving these customers. Now we've got competition opening up in D.C. We're going to get on it.
Well, it's a great business plan, and I did reach out to, the big four cryobanks. A lot of them are saying they've known this is an issue for a long time now. The problem is when these places opened years and years ago, the phenotype that many women were looking for at the time was white, tall, blonde, blue eyes, educated, and the people who are now looking for sperm is changing and becoming more diverse. What we need now to see is diversity in donors.
Yeah, last time I checked, tall, dark, and handsome is still a good thing.
No complaints with that.
No complaints.
And Angela opening up the first Black-owned cryobank, I think.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a big deal, yeah.
All I got to say is that it seems like it's a renegade to impregnate as many many Black women, thinking that, okay, we got a bunch of Black kids out there that are part white. That's what that's what it seemed like to me, because you're only like Gina said, and Maria and Mama C said that they only targeted in college, in the college places, so the lot of Black college kids ain't going to no damn sperm bank. They in there to have fun and party, and some might be there to learn.
Yeah, but me personally, though, I think that it might not be offered to them like that. Like I think Kiana said,
it's definitely that. Definitely that.
Why wouldn't they college kids? They still need money too. They getting paid. Those same college kids donate blood or whatever.
Exactly.
So I don't think you presenting it to them like that. For me, it probably was to I think it was Sean who said it's owned by Caucasian people.
Yeah.
That it could have been to multiply more Caucasian than African American when they thought of the sperm bank.
Yeah, I think that
so.
now that watching that video,
like
right.
Black people been going to college for years. Why couldn't it be a tall, dark, and handsome, like she said, and educated? Like that, I don't think the education part,
But you heard what she also said, Maria. She said back then they was just looking for white, tall men.
Right, but I think that's because, like Sean said, that those banks was made by white people. Again, Black people been going to college for years as well. So if it had anything to do with education, you was looking for those type of backgrounds, they had it back then as well.
They're not making it.
Also, it's economical. Now that Black people we are able to do in vitro and all of those things because we have money. We when those banks were created, we weren't the ones with money looking to create our families. That again, we weren't even an option to be thought of when they did these processes. And again, that economic has changed in the last 10, maybe 20 years. So the sperm banks are already behind.
But
after watching that video, I don't think that they are setting it up for Black men to donate. I mean, come on now, three generations of medical history. Like Black men don't have that. They don't even go to the doctor. No offense. I'm sorry, not talking.
Robbie, go on and jump in there, Robbie.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one.
Gina.
And Gregory, you come and clean it up because you know where I'm going with it. What you guys are seeing, everything fold out in front of your eyes is what this white lady said. So this is all by design.
Yes, sir.
This is all by design. When they created that, yeah, they wanted a little bit of Black men. But they don't believe in you Black men sleeping with white women anyway. So they'll need a little bit of y'all because they can use some of the Black men. But what they would do on this end is put a whole bunch of white men in there because they don't have a problem with a white man sleeping with a Black woman because it's been done from the day of time. So them doing this is to save their race. It ain't so much to make a white baby no more. They need you Black people inside them now so they can live long. This white lady said, when you look up in about 10, 15 years, the white race is going to be wiped down to maybe 3 or 4 people because the sun is killing them all off. So
That's
they
what
need
I
us
said,
Black
though.
people.
That's what I was saying. It was designed for them to multiply more. But now, look, the Black lady that is about to open up a bank just for African American people to donate their sperm.
They're gonna shut that down.
What did the people say? They said they're gonna start getting more African American. Like, why didn't you start doing that?
Because anytime,
because it's a part of eugenics. It's
anytime
that because it's not just how they was doing it.
And notice
so
what
long,
they
been
said.
having birth problems.
And notice what they said, that they been knew that this was a problem since they started the goddamn sperm thing.
Can I say something? Let me tell you guys this. The view, Sean, I told you this some years ago. The view never changes unless you dare to step out from behind the person you follow and take the lead. So the fact that this African American woman, this woman of color, is now daring to say she is going to take the initiative to start something that is geared towards Black people, there's going to be
pushback.
It's going to be
might disappear
because she's daring to do something that they felt there wasn't a need for. So let's get it clear. Probably one of the reasons why there's a shortage is because the specimens that they have taken from intelligent men of color, they have done away with them or hold them for their exclusive use. So I will also say this though too. You're not going to tell me that every other race that's donating sperm is an intelligent individual, because it don't take that much intelligence to jack off in a daggone cup. You know what I'm saying?
That's what she threw on at the end. That's what most people was looking for back then. Blonde, blue-eyed, and educated. So you were saying that it wasn't a lot of African American even educated, or even the other races that was educated enough to be considered to be a sperm donor.
And I was the recruiting. Yes, I don't know what the level of recruiting that they're doing. But
I hear you trying to say something, Bird.
Hold on. Somebody got to fix their phone.
That's Bird. You trying to say something.
All right. So these HBCUs, I don't know how they're approaching them because that's supposed to be the best of the best. So if that's what you're looking for, to me, I feel like it is their intention.
There's a lot of homosexuality in those.
Yeah,
No,
well,
but
that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story.
honestly, your education when donating sperm is not guaranteed that your child's gonna have the same
Exactly.
education
That's
as
what
you.
I
That's
don't
right.
So
understand. That's what I don't understand.
it's stupid. It's stupid to
It
think
is.
that
It's definitely stupid.
because this man went to Harvard that your kid's gonna be smart.
That's
No,
right.
Right.
dummy.
That doesn't
Because there's
mean
another
that.
part of that. It's about your genes and your DNA too, and then it's about what you present to the child. It brings about that level of intelligence. Because if you
Exactly.
don't believe in
Exactly.
education, then why do you think your child is going to excel when it comes to education? Because you can take an intelligent child with the IQ of a genius, and if they're in a setting where that is not being nurtured, then yeah, they ain't gonna have no room to shine. But
That kid. So say you got a sperm of a genius, right? So what? He might not come out as a genius. He might come out as a goddamn mass murderer.
I mean,
But
there is
here's the other
genetics
thing.
that
Thin
are
line
passed down.
between insane and genius.
Here's the other thing to take into consideration, guys. There's a screening process, so they say, but you don't think that people lie so that they so that they present themselves as what they're looking for, especially if you know there's a paycheck at the end. Again, you're not gonna tell me all these other ethnicities and races are smart. They might be lying more, so that's why you have more of them that seem like that they are valuable donors and stuff like that. The elite,
because they're not really checking to
On
see
paper, he's
their,
smarter
their
than you.
credentials
He ain't the
anyway.
way.
They're taking their word for it. They're not
I don't
really
think
going
they-
to check their credentials.
Yeah, I think they're looking for they're presenting their immunization forms, their shots and stuff like that. I don't think that they're asking them to show that. I think that automatically there's some stereotyping that they're
That's exactly what it
prejudging
is. Stereotype.
before you even sit down and give a specimen. Because I dare say, and let me give y'all a scenario. There was a situation, and if it's all about if it's selective and no one knows and it's supposed to be anonymous, how did this so it happened like 8 years ago, I believe it was, but they're suing. There was a same sex couple. They both wanted to have babies. The first partner went in and she got what she asked for. She asked for blue eyes, blonde hair, sperm of a white man. The second person, then they decided when she was 5 months pregnant that her mate was going to go to the same sperm bank and request the same donor that her mate had. Now, unfortunately, there was so-called some type of mix-up, and what happened was the partner ended up with a black donor, and they were outraged. So a lot of people were saying that in the comments that in each case you should just be happy that you received a healthy baby,
Exactly.
and that you got what you went there for, and that was to become pregnant.
Because without that bank, you can't
tell a
get
racist
pregnant.
that
You can't have no baby without that bank.
See, I think because they lived in this so-called conservative right wing town where everybody around them was so-called well-off, well-to-do white people, so they felt like the child. These are their words. That the child and them was going to be judged based upon the child's color.
What you think they're going to have to deal with if they come out dark skinned?
All right, let me.
It be those cases too.
Let me create some scenarios for y'all real quick, because we already at the 9 o'clock hour. And a bird, if you can get your phone right, want to get you back in the conversation.
He said he been saying something.
All
I
right,
heard him
let me say this.
He stepped out.
Let me go to Gregory first.
Nah, he's still on.
All right, just for sake of time, guys, listen to the question and answer the question. Gregory, you with us?
Yeah.
Gregory,
Yes, sir.
if you went to the sperm, if you went to the sperm bank, you and your woman collectively, and you guys was looking for, you wanted to start a family, and unfortunately, your swimmers weren't making it. And you guys decided that you wanted a black donor, and you went in there with that purpose. At the end of 9 months, you realize that your woman gave birth to a blonde-headed, blue-eyed child. Would you be upset?
Hell yeah, I want my refund. Somebody got to answer to this. Somebody got to answer to it. Go get me the main doctor that delivered the baby. He got to answer to it.
Okay. Patsy, you with us still?
Yeah, Patsy's still here.
Patsy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Scenario, you go in there, you want to, what's the name? You want children. You go in, let's just say your mates, swimmers are not working either. They can't make the trip upstream. And you say you want to, because you're dealing with a black man. I'm saying this based upon what you divulged in other conversations. And y'all want a black child. You want your child to resemble somewhat of you and him. And you go in, and at the end of that, you end up with a totally white baby. Would you be upset?
Hell yeah, I wouldn't want to be like, I'd be suing the company that gave me the sperm and be like, yo, this is not what we paid for. This is not what we came in for. So y'all gotta compensate us.
Okay.
For not getting what we wanted.
Maria?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so same question. You're going in with your mate, y'all want a black donor, and you receive, you think that you're getting a black donor because that's what you asked for specifically, and at the end of 9 months, you're on the what's the name, the table, and you push out a screaming redheaded child. Well, how do you feel about this? Are you upset?
Well, I'm gonna be shocked because this is not what I paid for. You know, if my husband is who wanted a full black child, he might leave me now. But this is my baby. I can't give you the baby back, but y'all gonna have to do something for me.
They're gonna compensate you.
Okay. That's Maria, Patsy. Let's go to Gina.
Yeah, I'm a sue. I'm suing.
So
Yeah.
so you go in and let's say you're asking for same thing. You want your child to resemble y'all in some type of way, and the baby comes out and it's let's just say it looks Asian. Are you gonna be upset?
Absolutely, but I mean, I can't give the baby back, so y'all gonna give me some millions for this.
Yeah, they're gonna compensate you for sure.
Absolutely.
Okay, Rachel. You go in, you and your man. Let's switch it up a little bit. You in love with a white man, and he wants his children to look like him, so he wants white sperm. A part of the process, and your baby come out with an afro. You gonna be upset?
Yeah, if it's not what I asked for, yes, that's a service.
I don't know.
Exactly.
You're different about that. Then you had some.
No, I just laughed because you said the
laughed.
afro. No, I just laughed because you had the, you said the afro. But no, I would definitely feel if it's not what I asked for, it's not what I asked for. It's a service at that point. It's one thing if we just shot our shot and I'm like, oh, I hope it looks like me. I hope it looks like you, and it comes out whatever. But if I paid for something, I paid for something. So, like
That's
everybody
right.
said, is definitely I can't return my baby. You know, my baby's my baby, but I'm definitely to be compensated for that.
No
That can't
doubt.
be just okay.
Kiana, it's your turn. So let's switch it up again. Let's say you're madly in love with a white man.
Nothing is going in that womb.
Listen, Robbie, give her a chance to answer. And you're in love with your husband. He happens to be a white man, and he wants his child to be, look like him. And the child comes out, and it's Haitian. It has Haitian features or Caribbean features.
Oh shit!
Are you gonna be upset?
This is very discriminatory.
Wait, let her answer. Go again, Kiana.
When you're dealing with a black person, whether they be the mother or the father, there's 100 different scenarios that could come out. Your lineage could be as dark or as light as light. So that he would be pissed off. I would be pissed off. That's not what we asked for, but I wouldn't care because that's my baby. But
Still gonna
again,
love that
when you're
baby.
dealing with a black person, you don't know what you're gonna get because again, you can look at brothers and sisters. They have the same parents, and all of the siblings can look differently. So
Yeah.
you're rolling different crap shot when you're dealing with a parent who is black.
All right.
I think all
Wait a minute,
the women.
Timmy. Wait. We got one more woman. We gotta get to Mama Marie.
Thank you, Kiana. You answered that right.
Mama Marie,
Yeah,
you ready?
they all answer
Hey,
right.
Yes.
nice. Stop talking over the board so we can hear Mama Marie's response. Mama
Can I
Marie,
ask a
here's
question?
your...
What's Caribbean features? I really want to know. How are they different from
I don't know.
Black
That's
American
between
features?
that's between you and your white lover.
Strong
No, I'm
forehead
trying to
line.
figure out what the hell you're saying. What is a Caribbean feature? Because I don't know.
It's just a scenario. Mama Marie, you were madly in love with
He
an
don't want to
Asian...
get into it.
Wait a minute, Timmy. Mama Marie, you were madly in love with an Asian stud. Y'all go in there because his swimmers are not working. He wants his babies to look like him. The baby comes out and the baby's white. Are you gonna be upset?
I'm gonna be upset on a couple of different reasons. Number one is that, and I'm gonna say the same thing everybody's been saying, but it does bother me to say it because I feel like we're buying a car or something. It's not what we paid for.
Exactly.
You know, if we go into a forefront and we're saying this is what we are looking for because my husband is Asian and I'm Asian or whatever, and we wanted a baby that represents our family. The issue thing, the reason why I was sued, not just because they gave me the wrong DNA, but now I have to change my entire mindset on how I'm going to raise this child with my husband if he decides to stay. Because now we're raising an Asian child, a black child, or a white child in an Asian dynamic.
Your scenario is you're still a black woman, your mate is Asian, and the baby comes out white.
Okay, same scenario for me. I'm going to have to change my mindset now on how this child is being raised because now this child is going to be raised looking white. We have to talk about how he's going to be in school. How is he going to look at himself? Is he going to have questions about, wait a minute, mommy, you're black. My daddy's clearly Asian. Why do I look this way? Why do I have white hair, white, and I have freckles? And my hair is red. Exactly. So now you're playing where you could put this kid in a whole traumatic, situation with his mindset growing up. So now you are going to get sued because it's not just playing with what we didn't get, but you're playing with my child's mind now.
Exactly.
But
That's why you need to be compensated.
Any man that's gonna leave their wife after this mistake is just sad.
It is.
I think that anybody that will leave their wife because the hospital made a mistake is crazy.
All right.
You should.
Either we getting paid or we
think-
leaving
I
that
think-
child. We
I
ain't
think
leaving
you
each
should
other.
be thankful that you got a baby that you couldn't produce. That's
Okay,
what
so
you
Timmy,
really should be thankful
let's
that you
go.
got a
That's
baby.
not even the question at hand. It's like if the people that you went to made the mistake of giving you the wrong genetic of DNA.
Is it the principle of it?
Yes, the principle of them making the mistake.
But that's
Not
why
so
you
much
sue.
not so much that you're not grateful that you were able to get pregnant through a sperm donor. It's the principle of the fact that they did not like give you specifically what you wanted.
But see, that for me, when you know your husband might leave you because this is something that you and him did in private. He
Right.
already wasn't. He probably feeling not man enough that he couldn't give you a kid, and you went and had to go get some sperm
That's
from
why
his
you got
family.
to be conversating.
And then he wanted an African American child, and here you are coming home with a half Caucasian or Asian baby. He gotta explain this to his family,
So
especially if
y'all
this
both
is
take that
his
L. Y'all both take that L. Don't leave me. What?
because now
But you
everybody
know
Give him
what?
up for
Some
adoption. Go
people,
adopt a new black baby.
Let me ask
some
you.
people may not be able to handle the pressure of society
exactly.
because of
Exactly.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
You know,
Because
so
it's
you can
coming
talk it
from
over
their
with your
family.
wife.
It's coming from their
Exactly, but to
family.
constantly, go out in public and have people looking at you saying, "Is that your
Right.
baby? Are you
Yeah.
babysitting? Or did she cheat on you? Is that what you did?"
Exactly.
Some people just
But
can't take
Exactly.
the pressure.
there it
no, I
is.
get that. I get that. But y'all both got to take the L. So let me get this straight. You couldn't have a child, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your swimmers weren't swimming. And I did the womanly thing and the wifely thing to go to the sperm bank with you so we can have a baby. The sperm bank messed up. So now our little baby look Asian. That's our little baby.
Right.
And we gonna work it out together. Fuck everybody else, excuse my language. But if you leave me,
We gonna work. We
And
gonna
and
work
with
things out.
that,
We gonna work things out, and we gonna
Hold on, one at a time, y'all. One at a time. One at a time.
gonna work things out, and we gonna get compensated. That's what's gonna go down.
yeah, but again, like Mama Marie said, some people it's hard for. Now you really put this woman in a position, the sperm bank, where she didn't get what she asked for and she lost her husband.
Now
Yep.
wait, let's Sean.
Can I answer
Now
on to that?
that's in the middle.
Wait,
You didn't get a
Timmy,
chance to ask
hold
none
on,
of them men.
Timmy. Hold on. Kiana, I'm gonna let you go. Then Sean, I need you to weigh in because you've been quiet. Kiana, go ahead.
As a black woman, our mortality rate goes down when we are pregnant. So I put every woman does, but I put my life on the line to have this child, and you can't take some ridicule. No, you have a problem, and you need therapy, and maybe you don't even need to be a parent, because in life there's going to be some hardships. Not everything is peaches and cream throughout the life that you have. What happens when your kid goes down the line and they have a drug problem because they can't deal with life? You just walk away because it's too hard, because everybody's making fun of you because your kid's a crackhead? I mean, it's ridiculousness.
Sean, go on and
That's
jump
it.
in.
To the flip side to what Kiana just said, for some of us men, if we have our mind set on receiving something and we don't receive what we don't get what we was looking for, it's easier for you all to adjust and accept what's going on because you have had 9 months to bond with this child.
Right.
For us, it is not even so much because it's not even the ridicule or whatever people looking. It's not you're now, you don't have what you set out to get. You already feel some kind of way because, as you all said, our sailors weren't swimming as it is.
Right.
And then you turn around and you don't receive exactly what you finally got your mind and your emotions and your heart.
I'm gonna need some therapy.
And so I mean, there's going to be a number of reasons why some men might not be able to handle that. And then the not even getting the support because she'll feel like she's being left because like how you said I just went through this whole trauma that now it becomes an I. And it makes it seem like you're not understanding where it is that I'm coming from.
All right, now last question of the night, and let's stick with you, Sean. We're gonna start with you. So
you didn't ask me that question at all.
All right, so
So
go ahead.
just do. I'll answer it for you.
I didn't ask certain people because they was weighing in while other people was talking.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
Go
weigh
ahead.
in right now too. I'm gonna set the stage. I'm in the hospital with a black woman. I'm black. Swimmers ain't working properly. They come in at the end of 9 months. Blue eye, blonde hair comes out, or blonde reddish hair comes out. And what do you ask? Oh, Father Robert. What do you think I'm gonna say, guys?
Well, you're
That
going
there
to
is
answer
my
yourself.
baby.
Most likely, you gonna faint.
No, I'm gonna tell you.
You gonna
That's
faint.
part of me right there. God provided a gift. He knew what I thought I was, so he gave me a white child.
You know
All
what?
right,
I
that's a
can't.
safe answer for him.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the last question. You took all that time just to tell us what we already know what's in your head.
Think about it.
Anyways, Sean,
It took a lot of
this is the
thought on
last
that.
question, and I'm going at the risk of sounding redundant. I don't want this to lead into another topic, but I'm going to end it with this. Sean, is it a deal breaker if your mate can't carry a child?
No, not at all. Not at all.
See that was said with conviction. Maria, is it a mate? I mean, is it a deal breaker if your mate can't provide the seeds of life?
No, because we have options.
Okay. All right. I mean, we dealing with some mature people. G Money. Is it a deal breaker if your significant other cannot carry a child? Mr. Lacey, we'll come back to you. Robert, is it a deal breaker?
He's gone.
Is it a deal breaker, Robert, if your mate cannot carry a child?
No, it's not a deal breaker. I'm gonna love her just as well as she can carry for me. It ain't all about having children, especially when you know your woman can't carry. You shouldn't put that stress level on her.
All right, Timmy, I'm gonna ask you the same thing.
What?
Would you leave your woman if she can't carry your child?
Nah. We can adopt her. She can adopt my kid. It ain't no big thing.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Rachel.
Rachel's gone.
All right, Mama Marie.
Just pop back in.
Rachel?
Gregory just popped back in.
All right, so
Mama
Gregory.
Marie's here. Mama Marie's in.
I'm gonna go to Mama Marie and then I'm gonna go back to Gregory. Mama Marie, you ready?
Yes.
Is it a deal? Is it a deal breaker for you if your mate cannot provide the drops of life?
The first initial thought of it would bother me. You know how when you bang your pinky toe and that first hit of pain, you feel it, but then it goes away? That's how it would hit me at first. It would bother me because just if the thought of me saying, okay, I don't have any kids by this man and he doesn't have any, children of his own, you would want to create a child with that person. But the first initial thought would eventually go away because it would be like, okay, we can't do it this way, then what's the other options of us bringing a child into the family and loving on that baby like it was ours? Many options, like, we already spoke about a whole bunch of them already. So, but the first initial thought, I won't lie, it will feel unsettling in the beginning as a woman.
That's an honest answer. That's an honest answer. All right, Mr. Lacey, you back with us?
Yes, sir.
Is it a deal breaker if your significant other, aka your wifey, your little honey bunny, your boo, cannot provide you with a child? She can't.
No, that's kind of messed up to say. We can adopt a baby. That's the kid.
All right, that was easy. Rachel, you back with us?
Nah, Rachel ain't with us.
All right, let's go to Patsy.
Yeah. I don't think that would be a deal breaker. We could work it out. I know it hurt the both of us, But you know, once we go through the process of thinking about it and dealing with that emotions about not conceiving a child of our own, we kind of process it out, be like, okay, let's talk about adopting or whatever, you know, scenario we come up with. You know, so yeah.
Another honest answer, like these mature answers that I'm receiving. Kiana and then Gina.
No deal breaker. We just be the rich aunts and uncles or godparents of kids. Like I got no problem jumping on a plane with a niece or a nephew. Let's say we're gonna take them to Florida. My sister be like, "Go ahead, get the hell out of here with the kids. Bye." So yes, no, I don't have any problem with it.
That's something we definitely did take into consideration. Godparents on that road. That's a good one. Another mature answer. All right, Gina.
I agree with Mama Marie. At first, I would be a little taken back, kind of a little bit discouraged, but you know, if you love that person and you're married to that person, then obviously there's other ways to work around it, but I don't think it's a deal breaker.
Okay, so let me just say this. Y'all agree or disagree? Do you agree that a child is a blessing?
Of course.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, absolutely.
Sean? Sean, you still with us?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They are a blessing.
Robert?
You know, I always tell you, God bless you with the gift. One of the most precious gifts in the world is a child.
You sound like you doing an infomercial.
God said.
And that is another show. So again, ladies, gentlemen, I appreciate you guys. Y'all discussed this topic. Y'all did it with poise, you know, intelligence. I love that. That was a good conversation. Again, Gina, we're waiting on that topic. We're gonna be looking forward to that. You other guys.
I had a video I just sent you on Facebook. So it was a video. I mean, I guess I can look up some more stuff, but
all right, I'm gonna hold you to it, and trust me when I tell y'all, I might not be the person hounding you, but Mr. Rich, he'll be hounding me so that I call you. But again, I thank you guys for all y'all participations. Excuse me, your participation and your cooperation. Y'all make this all possible, and you know, for all the women out there that are having issues, you know, carrying their children to terms, yes, there are options. And guys, for you guys that have problems with you know, your swimmers, there are options for you too. Worst case scenario, you can adopt, or like Kiana said, you could become a great godparent or an auntie or an uncle, but I know there's nothing like having the blessing of raising a child of your own. It may not be biologically yours, but once you take it into your home and nurture it and stuff, it becomes your own. This has been the Still a Man podcast show. Thank you guys for all coming. God bless you all. Good night.